it's World Suicide Prevention Day coming up on the 10th of September. And obviously that's very important. You've had incredible personal experience with it, but I guess the positive thing about the World Suicide Day is it brings people together to have a conversation and to try and dissipate the stigma around suicide, right? Because culturally there's so much stigma about talking or not talking about it, this idea that if you talk about it, you encourage it, or people are embarrassed or confused, or they don't know how to tackle the conversation. But part of World Suicide Prevention Day and Alfie Squad is getting people to kind of open up and kind of try and get rid of some of that stigma and shame. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. There's a huge stigma around suicide and just talking about mental health as a whole. It's an uncomfortable conversation, obviously, because no one wants to know that their friend's suffering, but by being there for people around you, you can help people more than anyone will know. And by having something like World Suicide Prevention Day on the 10th of September, people are able to start the conversation more and open up about the way that they feel, and then hopefully that'll have a positive impact on other people. It's a bit like a domino effect. By being around happier people, you'll tend to be happy yourself, just because other people tend to rub off on you. Mm-hmm. And so being able to help your circle and your family and everything, it can only have positive effects. And days like this are able to push that and make things a lot better for everyone.
And I guess as well, it's about having a conversation. Unfortunately, it's a bit of statistically, it shows us a bit of a male epidemic of a certain age of man. Again, I know that from what happened with my sister, but also it's a mental health problem and mental health crisis. It doesn't come from a sense of selfishness or whatever that people perceive sometimes about what suicide is, but it's people in deep crisis. And your mum was saying that one of the interviews that you did on BBC Breakfast, you had three men who were going through mental health crisis saying, I've heard Alfie's interview and I wanted to reach out to say that I've got help, because I didn't realize, because it kind of, it woke me up, and the ability to kind of talk about it openly and freely without shame made me be able to reach out for help, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really, really good to know that people have seen my story and being able to get help themselves by realising what they could leave behind with children and family. And so hopefully they're doing well, and hopefully other people who didn't reach out but had the same experience are also doing well. It's one of them where, being the kid in that situation, when I lost my dad, I know how bad it is, I know how scary it is, and how lonely it is. And so I'm really hoping that by being able to share my story, you can start a conversation and hopefully get the ball rolling in terms of more measures being taken in place to improve mental health and hopefully reduce the rates.
And improve outreach or the ability. And that's, again, one of the things that Alfie Squad does for everyone, not just children, but people who have suffered as a result of someone taking their own life. Is there any advice you'd give to kind of people of your own age to how you handle your own mental health and being aware of it? Because there's stigma around mental health as well, isn't there, about talking
absolutely.
about that?
Mainly just talking. The more you open up, the more you're able to I feel like talking more, you're able to put things together in your own head. If you're confused about how you feel, by getting it out there, it can clear things up a lot more. And by getting advice from other people, it can clear things up a lot more. Also doing things you enjoy without shame, I think. Any hobbies and that. If you enjoy them, then you enjoy them, and then people might feel they'll get judged for them, but that's not the case. Like, I don't really have anything like that, but by doing sports and going out with my mates and doing all sorts, I'm able to keep track of my own mental health and just enjoy myself and enjoy life.
And then, with Alfie Squad, just tell me a little bit about the diaspora people that you work with or you try and help.
So we support anyone that can get to us. For the children, it's age 6 to 17.
Age 6 to 17?
Yes. Right, okay. So it's a very general age range. And then their parents or carers can come down and visit. Any family members can come, because we have a grown-ups group going on simultaneously, so then they can get their support and they can find other people to talk to. When me and my mum lost my dad, my mum wanted to go to like group support, but it was overnight in the middle of town. She couldn't go because the worst time for a bereaved child's at night, and so she felt bad knowing that I was just in bed crying because of what happened. So it's one of them where the adults are also getting the support that they need without having to feel guilty about leaving the children because they're right there. So yeah, we just take anyone that can get to us within those age range.
Amazing.